focusing in on that area, the enemy is really going to come at you strong. So we're overcoming some hurdles and so forth, but God is good. I got to spend some time with the wife this week. You know, we kind of going separate ways, but
Mhm.
she's down in working on her doctorate degree down in Virginia, and I'm up in D.C. this week. But we got to spend time in North Carolina while I was there. On the business side, um, I also start initiating. I got a meeting with the realtor tomorrow to look at some properties up here in the DC area. So one of the things I'm doing, brother, is I'm splitting the look between the Hampton Roads area and the DC area.
Okay.
So up in this DC area, of course, the properties are more expensive. However, and we're not seeing many multifamilies, but things are in place to look at some properties tomorrow. So it's just a great opportunity, and I'm excited about starting that look. And hopefully, I'm putting a target date on it before the end of November. I want to be done. I want to be landed.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
giving
Okay.
God the glory. Those are
Oh,
my plans, for
all right.
all according to gospel.
I love it. I love it, man. So, let me just dovetail into where you left off. Our goal is, you had given me, you know, OC will give me a play, and it's all about the execution of the play because the play will work. So he had given me this play with Veteran United, um for me to re take another bite at the apple for the VA loan. And I wasn't gonna do it, but the truth is we saw a place that we put an offer on today. And then because my realtors work with me so intimately, right? She asked me about the proof of funds. We got her the proof of funds. And just immediately she says, well, how do you know this hard money lender? Because she's on the team, she's invested in it. And he says, well, gotta tell you, I did a better business. I ran some data. This person does not have the best track record. So I'm gonna refer you to some of my people to go and get the
Great.
conventional loan. So in my brain, I'm like this: if I'm gonna go ahead and get a conventional loan and not work with a hard money lender, let me at least have another bite at the apple when it comes to using my VA benefits, and just do it
Mhm.
the right way this time. Only disclose the information from the W-2 side. So that's what we're gonna do. So
That's right.
that's a win for me. Um, Second win for me is we had a bunch of tornadoes down south, just loss of life. Got a chance to check in. All the home folks are good. I know North Carolina was
It's a
was
blessing.
was
Hit
absolutely,
hard. Yeah.
yeah. So and I think my last win is just again, OC, you the guy, man. You've opened the door for many opportunities. I got a chance, my wife and I, to the man upstairs, right? To get our first investment into a multi-family syndication. And for those of you guys who know, syndication is not a threeplex or a fourplex. This is
Right, right.
150 units, 150 units, y'all. And so I'm just tickled pink, man. And the guy, the man upstairs made it possible for me to get the funding to make that happen. And so um the gentleman I'm gonna
Praise
speak,
God.
yeah, man. So we're just upward trajectory. We want to go and grow. So that those are the wins for the week. Some tangibles that I have is my intentionality is books. I've not been dutiful with my reading. So for this month, my goal is to get through one book a month. Next month, I'm gonna go back to two. I was doing 4 books a month during the summer. I realized I can't go as hard as I was going because I had more time to kind of just get into the spirit. Because it's not about the amount of books you read. It's really about how much of the books actually get applied. What percentage of the
Amen.
book applied? So
Now, are those audio books or physical books?
that's a great question. So a combination of both. I like to get the audio book and the physical book and do it together. Believe it or not, I'm a learner like that. Or I will put the audio book on at 1.5 and I'll go to sleep with it with an earbud. Because even though I'm not, conscious, I'm still absorbing it.
Subconsciously, right.
I'm still absorbing it. So that's always something that our good folks can take advantage of if they are into the audiobooks like I am. What about you, OC? You like the audiobooks yourself?
Audiobooks, baby, every day, all day, pretty much. There's different
Okay.
audiobooks. I listen to a lot of motivation, a lot of audiobooks, just to keep your mind occupied, between spiritual and my business, just trying to get away from that idle mind.
Okay, awesome. All right, so what I want to do, man, is I want to turn the corner. I want to take questions from the marketplace. I've actually written down a few questions myself. I want to share with you good folks. And then we've already spoke a bit about the wins for the week. Occupancy. I think my thing with occupancy is I want to share a little bit more insight with respect to our price slabs. And then towards the end, um, this worked really well 3 weeks ago, and I feel like this would be valuable for our folks here. Just showing some people some of the messaging that we use to vet people, and why it works, how it works, and just allowing people to know that you know all money ain't good money. All money is not good
That's
money.
right.
All right.
Lessons
So
learned.
that being said, OC, is there something tangible that you want to touch upon in terms of questions for the marketplace?
Yeah, just the only thing I have questions for the marketplace is we're now moving into a different quarter.
Yep.
So I want to find out, as far as our pricing strategy is concerned. I know you got Price Labs, so Price Labs is doing this thing out there looking at the marketplace. But what percentage of a decrease would you say moving into this next quarter should we be looking at in our areas?
Okay. All right. Percentage of decrease. Very good. I got that. Um, all right. And so the other thought um the other thing I'm gonna throw on that pile of four questions from the marketplace is you know how to strategically transition from the rental arbitrage to co-listing. That's the last second to last question I want to throw on that log. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up that Airbnb app and we're gonna address your question. What percentage makes sense?
Hmm.
What percentage makes sense as we get into the low season? Okay.
Right.
All right. So, like, I'm going to do this without leveraging the AI because you obviously don't have that opportunity.
Right.
But I'm hoping to change that, hoping to strongly encourage for that $20 a month fee per listing that you move towards that AI. But if you're not leveraging the AI for the pricing, I see Trey just entered. Um, the way that you could look at pricing going into the fourth quarter. By the way, tomorrow is the beginning of the fourth quarter, everybody.
Hmm.
We want to finish the year strong. Finish the year strong. Um, I would do the following. Let me open up. All right. Can you see my Airbnb? Is that showing up for
It's
everybody?
coming up. It's coming up. It's just slow on mine. Yep, there it
Okay.
is. Got it.
And I'm going to go into hosting.
Hmm.
I just lose everybody. Yes, I did. Did I just lose?
Yeah, it looked like it disappeared on you.
All right, I thought I lost y'all. Do you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. I
Okay.
just can't see your. I
Something
can't see
interesting going on
your.
with my microphone. Hang on.
Yeah.
Let
Can you hear
me
me, Earl? Can you hear me?
give me 30 seconds. 30
Okay.
seconds. Testing, testing. All right. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay. Now I can hear you. All right.
It's just the screen
Yeah, we
sharing.
don't see your. Yeah, we don't see your. There you go. Well,
Okay.
you blinked out.
All right.
It
Well,
blinked
cool.
out.
All right. So I'm taking you back to my Airbnb app to answer your specific question, OC. If I did not have price labs, here's what I would do to make sure that I am pricing competitively. Okay. All right. So what I'm doing is I'm going into the calendar function. Okay.
Hmm.
So once I get into the calendar function, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select one of my 42 listings, open it up, and then what I'm going to do is on a current booking, I'm just going to double click it. All right. And what I expected, actually, what I'm getting is two different things. What I expected is to see the surrounding prices in my neighborhood. Let me refresh my screen.
I think that's probably on the traveling side, is it? When you go out there and do a search on your Rochester area, that's the way
Well,
I do it anyway.
well, you can do it on the traveling side for what the guests see, but on the host side, it will tell you what your competition is doing.
Oh wow.
That's ultimately what I'm trying to get at. I want
Hmm.
to see what my competition is priced at, and I want to undercut my competition. And and I know I can get to it on my mobile, but I believe I could also get to it on my desktop. And because I'm believing they haven't changed it, I'm still at it. Okay. All right. So way more information I want to share with the guests. Okay. So let me try a different. All right, let me try this. It's not showing me what the areas. All right. Um, okay. I'm so disappointed. All right, so guys, Airbnb has a feature where it will actually show you where you're priced at. So in this particular example, I'm priced at $37 on the weekday, and then I go up as high as $43, as high as $57 on the weekend. But yet still, they have a feature where it will show you where your competition is. And so OC, although I'm not going to be able to show it to you, what I was just going to recommend, and I know you can do it on the mobile app. I was going to recommend you take a look at what the competition is, and that you give yourself a 15 to 20% buffer between where they are and where you are, so that you can maximize your even if you're getting a smaller rate, you can maximize your occupancy.
Okay. All right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Again, that's not what you should be doing though. That's for everybody else. What you should be doing, OC, is coming right over here to Price Labs. So let's talk about
Gotcha.
Price Labs right now.
Mhm.
All right. Give me another spill.
Let's stop playing. Let's go to Price Labs. By the way, Trey, have you gotten Price Labs yet?
Nah, not yet.
Trey, why you playing, man?
I'm still kind of trying to.
Why you playing?
I know. How much does it cost, Earl?
It's $20 per listing.
Oh, okay. That's it?
That's it
Per month.
per month.
Oh, per month.
It's a recurring. It's a recurring. But
Mhm.
so, case in point, so here's the thing.
Right.
All right. This
And
is
it's good that you're letting us see what it looks like on your end at Price Labs. 'Cause
yeah.
you get the membership.
So check this out. So
Mhm.
this is like a great example, right? I have this one listing. It's I have it set up, and Trey, you'll be able to appreciate this. So this is a whole house listing,
Mhm.
but I also have it. My calendar is connected to the rooms.
Mhm.
Now, because all three of my rooms are booked out for the next 3 months, I technically, I don't know why I haven't done this, but I'm doing this for y'all. I can deselect this. So why get charged for it if I don't actually need it for 3 months?
Mhm.
So anything that I have in the green, I'm currently being billed for.
Mhm.
Anything that's
Oh,
not in
okay.
green, I'm not being billed for.
So you get to automatically switch back and forth right
I
there.
can switch back and forth on, which places I need Price Lab to give me the most lucrative prices. Like, so for example, this is one of the rooms in that house.
Mhm.
And through September, $27, $32, $33. We got something special coming up. And it's when I hover over it, here's what it tells me. Now my base price is $30. Now it's giving me a seasonality percentage, and it's raising it to $32. But there's a special demand going on because of historical, which raises that price up 66%. Like, I'm not gonna get a calculator and do all that calculating on my own. Let the software do all of that. So the disadvantage of what I was advising you, OC, I'm just advising you take a look at your competition and make some price cuts. But that don't mean your competition know what their prices should be either. So you're more or less
Gotcha.
you're more like being a thermometer, and you kind of regulating around the temperature around you. But this allows you to be the thermostat. This is going to tell you historically, these are what the prices ought to be. And it gives you the leverage to make changes accordingly. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. I'm actually we got a hot mic somewhere. I'm gonna just turn off a mic. All right, here we go. See a hot mic. All right. So cool. So what what I would do, let me see if it actually gives me that flexibility, OC, of being able to price something that's not in my market. Because again, all of these are attached to my listings. So
Mhm.
because they're attached to my listings, it gives me real data based on my area.
Wow.
But can I go to market? Hold on, let me see if I can go to the market and select. So I got a credit left. I've never actually used the market. So let's go for it. Sample dashboard. Yeah. Instead of me playing with this live, let me play with it on my own so I can actually tell you guys what we should be expecting. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna pivot back to the marketplace questions. And for you, Trey, I know you're just joining us, man. What was your wins for the week, brother?
Well, right now I'm in my researching stage, you know, seeing how I'm gonna capitalize in this slow season. So
Wink, wink, hint, hint. You see what I'm looking at?
yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yeah. Don't do too much researching.
I know.
You know,
Tell me
I mean,
about it.
so look, I mean, just for anybody, the proof is in the pudding. Let me just go to my calendar. If I didn't have a book calendar, I wouldn't say that you should use it. But the calendar looks it looks okay. I mean, the calendar really
Is it
looks
pretty easy to set up?
it's not only is it easy to set up, they have pre-recorded webinars, they have tutorials on YouTube. I mean, they make it really easy for you to learn what to do. So I'm just saying, guys, most of these listings that I have are basically, you know, multi-week assignments. And, you know, the blessing is, and this is a great example. We go to let me open it up. So here's what I want you guys to kind of see. Okay, I'll open that up. I want you to see from the host payout side. From the host payout side, how all of these days are a little bit different in terms of the pricing. I don't have a flat price, but because I don't have a flat price, it allows me the ability of lowering it on the weekday, excuse me, and raising it on the weekend, which makes so OC, remember back in the day when people were asking, well, can you give me a discount
Of course. Mm-hmm.
For if I stay more than 30 days? All right. So that was one question. What other discounts would they ask for, OC? I think
They
I've
asked
heard.
for, yeah. Sorry about that. I mean,
Go
they
ahead.
asked for all kinds of discounts. I
Can,
mean,
can I
really.
can I get a military discount? Can I get a discount if I'm a health worker? Can I get a discount if I give blood platelets to the needy? So your
Right.
answer is this. Your answer is yes, I offer discounts. I offer a 10 to 15% discount every weekday over my weekend prices.
Right.
And don't that sound good? Yeah, I mean, look,
Oh,
for my weeknight is only, you know, $38. But my weekend is $48. That's a 10% discount. It's easy to tell people you offer discounts when you don't have static pricings across the board. You understand what I'm saying, Trey?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. And for
That,
the
ma-
for the
that
time
makes,
aspect of it,
yeah, that
you ain't
makes sense.
sitting throwing in this data on your own arbitrarily.
Yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense.
Okay. What other things are you thinking about right now for as you go into the slow period?
Um, the main thing was trying to see if I can get some nurses because I don't know anything about the other, industry people, like outside of like people on work assignment and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
Hmm.
So that's really what I was trying to get at.
Okay.
But I didn't change like how my listing is like worded out yet. And I didn't invest in price labs yet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like kind of where I'm at.
Got you. Got you.
hmm
Now we say the nurses and we say, um professionals on assignment.
Right.
But the truth of the matter is you will take you will take any business professional on assignment.
That's correct.
Yeah, whether they're a nurse, whether they're an engineer working at the Gannett nuclear plant,
hmm
whether they're a traveling professor.
hmm
So, I think the biggest thing, and we've talked about this before, is inside your listing. You know, your listing um can work for or against you.
hmm
Does your listing appeal more towards a traveler on the weekend, or does it appeal more towards a person on assignment?
Right.
I mean, it's an open-ended question, but answer that. How is your listing set up right now?
Uh, Based on the clients that we're getting, it's set up for not for the business professional, I don't think.
Okay.
Like one of the big things that pops out to me with your stuff was like the cozy 1A and 3A and 2A. I'm like, what does that even mean? But for some reason I'm seeing that like it seems pretty professional to me. I'm like, this is for somebody on assignment just need a place to stay in a cozy 1A or 2A, whatever that is. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
mean, that's something to be said about that. What you just pointed out.
hmm
But from a practical standpoint, and you don't have to, but maybe we can learn together. Could you put one of your listings, the link for one of your listings in the chat, and we could actually look at it together?
Yeah, you want the whole house or you want just the rooms?
Either one, either one.
Okay, let me see what I can do.
Okay. And for those who are checking us out on social media, the goal is for you to have your whole house listing as well as your room listing and have the calendars connect. That's the goal. So if someone 6 months books something for 6 months from now, and it's the whole house, by it booking the whole house, those room listings are automatically collapsed. So nobody can book those rooms 6 months from now. But from now on to 6 months, if you have somebody already in your place in the rooms, they can rock right out. Okay. So it's no interference. No interference whatsoever. All right.
Hey, Earl, you there?
I am here.
I lost you there for a minute.
Yeah, I'm here, brother. Okay. Um, so while we're waiting on Trey for that link, um, what I want to basically share is there's the specific best practices that we have found for attracting the business client lives in the way you set up your quick replies. So I'm gonna screen share a little bit to talk about the most common quick replies. And my hope is a little bit of a review, because honestly, you know, there's not a whole lot of originality.
Is it just me you're breaking up with, or yeah,
Oh,
I think it's me.
I didn't realize I was breaking up, OC, but thanks for
I
letting.
think it may be me, Earl. I don't know.
Okay.
Trey, I don't know if he heard you fine.
Okay. And this is the other reason I love the room model. I love the room model because I want you to know that this is one of my guests telling on another guest. One of my guests was parked on the grass, which is a big no-no. And another one of my guests took a picture to let me know, hey, is this person supposed to be parked on the grass?
I just did that to my neighbor, her
I,
Airbnb across the street.
look, I love it. This is self-managing. And so I just text my guest. I said, look, man, I appreciate you being here, but you got to get your car off the grass. Okay.
And
All
what do you
right.
say after that?
He was very accommodating. He said, oh, okay, yeah, this, that, and the other. I said, look, I appreciate you here 111 days, but you still got to get your car off the grass.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm getting into these quick messages. These quick messages. These are the messages that will allow you to maintain the right clientele. And this is something that's been said before, but it should be said again. If you don't stay upfront what your house guidelines are before you accept the booking, you're in a world of hurt, because then people will start peopling, and that basically means the longer they're there, the more comfortable. Remember we say that, OC, the longer
Yes,
somebody
indeed.
stays, the
Mhm.
the more lax they get with the guidelines.
Yep.
The shorter they stay, the more they adhere to your guidelines.
Can you talk about why that's so important, Earl?
Yeah, absolutely. So the reason is huge is when you have folks in your place, you want to have standard operating procedures, which means what you do for one guest has to apply for another guest. So if you got one guest smoking on the back porch, another guest going to be like, well, if he's smoking on the back porch, maybe I can smoke in my room. Um, if you have one guest that is eating in front of the TV instead of the dining room table, you'll have another guest thinking that they can eat in the room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I want to bear in mind is that in order for you to maintain a 5-star experience, um, you have to be mindful of people's um people's hot buttons. Okay, hot button number one: vermin, pest of
Mm-hmm.
any sort. Let me come of any sort. I'm talking
Mm-hmm.
about a mice. I'm talking about a bat. I'm
Roach,
talking a
anything.
roach of any sort. Vermin will turn your people off. So you got to mitigate any opportunities for that to be an issue. Meaning, not only do you have to have that standard operating procedure with your guests, is you want to have a pest person on standby, because it's not even a question of if, it's when you get that call, and you got to be able, because perception is reality. Perception is this: if a guest brings something to me and immediately they see me take action, the reality is for them, oh, this host is about their business. They don't keep a they don't keep a product that don't have high standards.
Yeah, this
But
was
if it take
abnormal.
it abnormal, this is not normal. It's not
Mm-hmm.
normal for us to have vermin. But if it takes me 2 or 3 days to get back to them and to reply, that's a problem. That's a problem. Oh, this must be how you run your establishment. Okay. So the other thing, and I'm kind of, my brain is kind of all over the place. The other thing with having standard operating procedures is the way you do the little one thing, small things is the way you do everything. So your standing operating procedure has to be applicable for one property, 10 properties, or 50 properties. You want to operate at scale. So the way that you would want to run 50 plus properties is the way you run one property. So you don't want to have the green room or the yellow room or the turquoise room, Trey. We
Right.
talked about this.
Right, we do.
No, you want
Mm-hmm.
to have standard linens for every room.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right. So that you can, so that, you know, when you're scaling, because it's all about scaling, you don't have to touch it. So when your cleaner comes in, they can come in and do what they got to do. No problem, no questions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're going to spiral back because I see that you did put your listing in it.
Can I chime in on something, Earl?
Absolutely, you can.
Just an experience that talking about the house rules and things, making sure they're standard house rules. One thing I noticed as well with the house rules that when something do happen, and something will happen if you stay in the business long enough, when something do happen, your house rules are the first thing that the Airbnb is going to go to when you call customer service and say, I got a problem. When I
Say
call
more.
customer service, when I call customer service to say, I smell smoke. Remember, Earl, I called you first to get your advice. I said they were smoking outside. The smoke followed inside. I'm going to have to charge a $200 cleaning fee. And Airbnb, when I called them, and this is apples. This is just one example. We've had many examples. When you call them, the first thing they do is stand by, let me check and see if it's already recorded in your house rules. Once
Mm-hmm.
it's recorded in the house rules, ching ching, they don't ask no more questions. Case closed.
Yep,
It's there.
absolutely.
They putting the money in your bank. So
It's
they
so
will
true.
back you 100% if you make sure, like Earl said, you have your standard operating procedures, your house rules set up right.
And oh, see, you remember, there's been people who have instant book, right? They instantly book. We give them the house guidelines. We don't call them rules, we call them guidelines. And they
Mhm.
won't agree to the guidelines.
They want to.
Guess what? If they don't agree to the guidelines, Trey, we don't send
Mm-hmm.
a check-in instruction.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've had Airbnb call me, Mr. Real Relief. Um, we have a problem. A guest is supposed to check in, and they say you haven't remitted the instructions. Oh yeah, that's correct. Yeah, I've dialogued with them. Please check the text thread, by the way, while we're doing this conversation. Check I've dialogued with them multiple times. They won't agree to the house guidelines. Oh, that's what the problem is. Okay, Mr. McCray, I'll be back. Oh, house guidelines approved. They're your instructions. It is really, it is really sad that Airbnb does this to the newbies. Newbies, don't automatically put all your check-in instructions in because Airbnb has a place for it. No, you want to dole that out based on them adhering to your rules and guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when we were young in the game, OC, remember, people would just show up at our place because we put everything online.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do that anymore. In order for you to get the check-in instructions, we have to send them to you. And they're done automatically.
Mm-hmm.
They're done. But the moment a person doesn't agree to the house guidelines, that auto message that should go out at a particular time by itself, I just simply deselect that auto message. So it should shoot out at 2 o'clock. It ain't gonna shoot out until you agree to the guidelines.
Okay.
I'm specifically, and I'm specifically talking about instant booking.
Right.
OC,
Oh,
did you want to chime in, OC?
I, I was saying that, Earl, when we started, is we experienced different platforms as well, like Furnish Finder, and I went to Booking.com. Can you hear me? One of the
I can
things
hear you.
with Booking.com is they disclose all of the information. So you have people showing up at the door unannounced talking about how do I get in? And I'm like, how do you get in? I didn't even know you were booked, So you didn't have that level of control. Like we can go down and we can really fine tune the Airbnb settings in a certain way, not with Booking.com because they operate like the hotel industry. They are strictly a hotel industry. And when somebody pay their money, they get the address to the hotel. That's how it typically works. So that is totally against what we want to do. Even though
Right.
I was getting back to back bookings, but guess what? All money ain't good money. I got so much riffraff coming through, people that wanted to use my property as a little hangout house. They wanted to come in and violate my Christian principles by doing their dirt up in there. And brother, you talk about running folk out of there and shutting down Booking.com. I ran them out and shut it down just as quick. My wife was there. And I'm like, oh no, oh no. This household has the banner of the Lord, man. No way. Yeah, so just be careful. All jokes aside, just be careful when you do start stepping out to explore other platforms like Booking.com. I would highly suggest not stick to the things that we were early sharing with you here.
Amen. Amen. There's a difference between knowledge and experience. Knowledge you get in the book, experience you got to get through life. Trey, what else before we take a hard right and go into your listing?
Yeah, I definitely got rid of Booking.com off the platforms I use because they treat it like a hotel. You don't have no type of authority. And it's like, no, you're violating me at that point. So I had to get rid of Booking.com. I
Amen.
mean, it
Oh,
was
you
nice
trying
again.
to tell that?
Yeah, I tried them too. It was nice because it was the foreigners. We was getting a lot of foreigners, but then they turned off the ability where I can, chat with the people first. And when they did that, I'm like, nope, that's got to go.
Yep.
And then with Verbo, it was like everybody that probably got bad reviews or whatever with Airbnb went right to Verbo. So I'm
Yep.
like, forget Verbo too. So just sticking with Airbnb.
It's very important for you guys to know that when you sign up for an Airbnb experience, it is just that. You can't have a quality product as a host and they push your product.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not maintaining a 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, people are not going to see your listing. And if you can't maintain a 4.6, because we all get some, we shoot for fives, but every time I want to get we get a 4, and you average it out, that's a 4 or 5. The truth is, if you can't maintain a 4.6 as a host, then you're not doing a good job. You're just not. Period. And those are the folks, right? Those are the folks who end up going to other platforms because they don't have good product.
Mm-hmm.
And likewise, if you are a guest and you got a bunch of bad reviews, hosts like me, I look at your reviews.
Me too.
OC looks at your reviews. Trey looks at your reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And if you got terrible reviews somewhere else, but not at my space,
Right.
then you end up going to Verbo or Booking.com.
Yep.
So all of those other tiers are all of the riffraff or the trash.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
there's a place for it. There's a place for it. All right, let's take a look at this listing. Let's take a look at this listing. All right. Hold on. What just happened? Let me see if I can click it. Okay. I expected something different. Hang on. Let's try it this way. If I cut and paste it,
You know you're not sharing your screen yet?
okay, thank you for letting me know that.
Okay.
I thought I was screen sharing. Okay. I think what I gotta do, I gotta come out. I may have to go into incognito mode and sort of show it. Let's try it that way. Let me go into incognito, which means I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm gonna start sharing here. Okay, cool. Now let me try it.
You might have to like to show it or to actually go on Airbnb and look for it because I gave you like on my side it was like the listing view.
Okay, all right.
I did it from my phone, so you might just have to kind of like look it up.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. So we're going to do Rochester.
Hmm.
That's probably what was going on.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're gonna go search,
Hmm.
and then we're gonna put in our filters. And then so for a filter, I'm gonna put on the filters that apply to your property. Does your property have a washer and dryer?
Yep. Washer, dryer, Wi-Fi,
All right, all right,
air conditioning.
Wi-Fi, kitchen, AC.
Yep. Yep.
All right, does your property have instant booking,
No.
self check-in,
Yeah.
allow pets?
No.
Okay. What else? Uh, how
You
many
can try
baths?
bathroom, two bathrooms.
2 baths.
Yep.
Because we have 800 places. I gotta narrow it down.
Okay. Yep. Two bathrooms.
2 baths.
Yep.
All right, and there's a 340. All right,
Mm.
how many beds?
There's four bedrooms.
All right, and narrow it down to 221.
Hmm.
Actually bedrooms. Okay. All right, so now we're down to 143. All right, and property type,
House.
house,
Yep.
and narrow it down to 133. Da, da, da. And host language, and we're gonna just do English. Let's see. All right, narrowed it down to 133. And in more narrow, we're just gonna do all right. And guest favorite or Lux yet?
I know it's probably a guest favorite, but
Guest favorite, okay.
yeah.
That gives me 80. Okay. And you
What's
do free
Lux?
parking?
Huh?
Huh?
What do you say?
Lux, that's luxury.
Uh-huh.
That's like gated community type stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Yeah, I'm not
Uh
there yet either.
how about free parking? You got free
Neither
parking?
am I.
Yeah, it's free parking.
Free parking. All right, we're down to 76 places. All
Yeah,
right, let's
try right here.
find yours and evaluate. Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
keep going down. These are nice.
I like this picture though, Victor. I like that.
Yeah, it's nice.
I don't normally like night pictures, but the way they got this lit up. Hmm. Okay. Now the one thing I didn't do the room filter. This is a whole house, right?
Yeah, it's a house.
Okay. All right.
Do a price filter too.
Let's do a price filter.
Hmm.
Okay.
Do it for 130 to 180.
130, 180.
Yeah, it's good. Oh yeah, I don't see it. Oh, take off the guest take off the guest take out guest what's that thing called?
Okay. Guest
Guest rate.
favorite.
Yeah, take that off. Yep.
Okay.
There it is right there. All the way down. All the way down. Right there. You see
Okay.
that right. The 135 a night.
Got it. 135 a night.
Yep.
Okay, right here. Okay.
Yep. There it is.
So I want to open up the listing and I want to kind of share out some thoughts as we look at the listing. All right. And believe it or not, I'm going to deal with the pictures last, not 1st. Okay. So, okay, again, like we talked about 4.7, that's that's in the ballpark. That's what we want.
Mm-hmm.
29 reviews, good. All right. Superhost, great. All right. So let's take a look. Okay, discover our centrally located haven where convenient meets comfort for a family. Situated in the heart of Rochester where everything is within reach. Each modern amenity and spacious accommodations, perfect retreat for exploring the city. So this is just some thoughts, some feedbacks, some things that we've connected. OC, if you could come off of mute. For business travelers, is our goal to make the space family centered?
No,
No,
our,
just the opposite.
right.
Mm-hmm.
This is not this is not a child friendly place. And the reason for that is because we want to leverage the idea of the multiple business people in a single space who are living harmoniously because everyone respects the common spaces, but you have your
Hey,
own
Earl,
private. Yeah.
one question. Is this his whole house listing or the
Yeah.
room listing?
Whole
So
house.
it's a different model.
So it is a different model. So
Mm-hmm.
so the way you are promoting the house is fine, but we don't want to promote the room that way.
Okay, well then we probably should see what the rooms say.
Yeah, for sure. And it's good and it's important that OC pointed that out because you are going to market it a little bit differently.
Right.
You are going to market it a little bit differently. So let me back out of here and let me go back to the filter. Let me go back to the filter. All right, so we go back to the filter. We're going to do rooms now. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to everything else should be in effect. Washer,
Do the price
kitchen,
from
dryer, Wi-Fi.
do the pricing from
So
thirty
price
dollars $30 to $60
30 to 60.
or 30. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. And you see you have 2 bathrooms, washer, dryer, blah, blah, blah. Self check-in.
It
All
says
right.
show 17 rooms. That should be, you know.
17 rooms. Let's go with it.
Yep. Let's see where it takes us.
Wow, they are Earls. How about that?
Oh,
Okay.
it is. Wow.
Okay.
I don't see it.
All right. You don't see it.
Mm-mm.
O- Okay. So let's remove all filters except for rooms. Okay.
Oh, maybe it's a property type.
I don't know. Let's look for your stuff.
Okay.
Make sure you stop me when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's not good. So
Mm-hmm.
your room is listed, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay. I should be able to see it.
Yeah, you should.
All right, so let me clear
I'm like,
everything.
you probably like just
Clear
put
it all.
the zip code in. You probably see it that way.
That, that's interesting. I'm not aware of that being a filter. Can we do that? But that
Oh,
would be dope if you
like
could
like if you just look at like put under the search.
under the map, you mean, right?
Yeah, under the search. Yep. So you want to search for
Map
14609.
146 14649.
Oh nine.
What was it? Zip
One four
14609.
14609. Mm-hmm.
I said okay. Search. I didn't know you could do zip code. I did not know you could do zip code. Okay, cool. Okay. I still see a lot of my stuff, you know. All right, all right. So here's what I want you to do. Shoot me the link that you send to your guests.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it on your side. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, this is actually this is a good experience for you because I'm
Mm-hmm.
coming into the way the guests would see it. I don't see
Mm-hmm.
your stuff, and that's a problem. I should be able to see your stuff.
Right.
So that's an area of concern for me.
What do you think that means?
Oh, see, tell my good brother
Yeah,
what happens when I can't find our stuff. What do I do?
you recreate a listing.
I
Recreate a
bury it.
listing, brother.
We
Duplicate the
say
listing.
words. We do a little ceremony, and then I give birth all over again.
Oh.
I recreate the listing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
your algorithm's gonna stale.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
because we stopped using it for a while because we booked the whole house. And
Okay, there
then
it is.
once that started to go, into slow
Yep,
season,
there it is.
Yep.
we
All
brought
right,
it
so
back.
let me just pull up one of our listings. And so here's a fun fact. I want you to see this. It says, stay with Yvonne and Earl, retired teacher, cozy, West Side, 2A. You know what this means, inactive? You know what that means? Can I tell you what it means?
Uh-huh.
All right. This is a listing that I've gotten a lot of great reviews on,
Uh-huh.
but because my um my efforts at converting it from rental arbitrage to a co-listing
Mm-hmm.
was not successful, this is no longer a place I have.
Oh.
I don't have it. It's not up and running. It's not operational. But
Why is it still
I don't throw it away because of these 19 reviews.
Oh,
So I just use this as a lead magnet. I use it as a lead magnet. And
okay.
when they inquire about it, I redirect them back to one of my properties that's active.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Now, I'm sharing that with you guys because there may be a point in time where you no longer want to hang on to a place, or perhaps the place you want to repurpose it for a traditional rental. If
Mm-hmm.
you got these 19 reviews, don't delete it. Hang on to it. So when people hit you up, you can remarket it and take them to another one of your places. That makes sense?
Yep. So
Yeah.
don't
Okay.
so don't get rid of my listings. Just keep them and then just remarket it.
Yeah. So let me just kind of talk about why this is a great example of us getting business travelers. Okay, I want you to take a look at how we are featuring it. Um, about this place, hotel grade linens, high speed internet. I even give the speed, smart TV, smart locks, designated workplace. Then I actually talk about locations from the work. We are located this far from RG&E, or Rochester General Hospital, this far from Unity, this far from MCC, this far for Robert Wesley. Now, if my goal was to cater to the families, it would say I'm located this far from Strong Museum. I'm this far from Eastman Museum. I'm this far from Seabreeze. You understand how it's a whole different marketing? And then let's go over to the space. This space. Welcome all professionals, even the ones that don't wield a stethoscope. All right, let me stop right there. Do you see how it feels different, Trey?
Yeah, I see it.
It don't even feel the same thing that you were doing, right?
It don't.
Okay. I'm not trying to grab the family. I'm not trying to cater to the kids. I'm trying to get those midterm rentals, those 90-day and longer rentals. All right. So I'm gonna stop right there because there's plenty of meat on the bone for us to pick the next time we get together. But
Yeah, it seems like I gotta copy and paste my stuff from you and put it on my listings.
yeah, well, you're part of the community. That's what it's about. Each one reach one, teach one. Yeah, we don't
Leverage.
reinvent
We
it.
call it leverage.
We call it leverage. Thank you. We call it leverage. But yeah, so that that's the deal. So we're gonna put a buttonhole in this. OC man, you've been around for a while, but if you were watching on social media, what one or two things would you have people take away from this session?
Main thing I would have people take away from this session was definitely making sure you set up those house rules right. To make sure you're putting the proper language in those house rules that you're covered.
Absolutely. I'll co-sign on that. Trey, for you, man, what would you take away from people checking us out on social media?
Change your language on your description to get the clients you want.
Definitely. If you want those short terms, Trey, you got it. You getting short terms. But if you want those midterms, you got to modify that language a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And my takeaway is always, man, is always be a blessing or be blessed.
More, more than that, be a blessing.
That's right. Be blessed, but
Amen.
more importantly, be a blessing.
Be a blessing.
And
Amen.
that's
Amen.
real. That's real. All right. Social media, bless. God, take care. Bye bye. Thank
God
you,
bless.
guys.
Bye bye.